boys, we start 2021 with a world-shattering Twitter suspension. Lorraine from the London area has been suspended from Twitter.
Oh
Seriously?
my god.
Yeah,
I was
seriously.
joking, but I was...
I went to check in on her the other day, and unfortunately she's been wiped from the platform, which I think is a disgrace. We're going to storm the Capitol and get her back.
The capital of what? Twitter?
Just the capital T for Twitter.
All right.
Thing is, do you think this means... So, Donald Trump obviously had his own personal Twitter account suspended. Then when he tried to tweet from @POTUS, like the official POTUS account, they were like deleting those tweets. They've not like properly suspended the account, I don't think, because it gets passed on. But does that mean they've, so they're trying to stop him on all of his channels on Twitter? Have they also deleted Lorraine from the London area? Because it turns out,
oh my god,
the man behind Lorraine all along was Donald himself.
This conspiracy runs really, really deep, doesn't it?
Oh my god! Well, I'll have to research this a bit more. I'm sure I'm sure I can find many, many tangible connections between Lorraine and Trump. Mainly an affliction for the YogCon. But that's not all. That's not the worst news of 2021. I don't know how to say this, but Bobby Babalooni's website is now completely offline.
Oh my god! I thought you were going to say she died.
No, this is worse, arguably. Her work is gone forever because
Bobby Babalooni.
She ran her website on Flash.
No,
no, Bobby.
Bobby, what the fuck, Bobby?
Yeah.
All of the Vidiots, the VCUs, that's dropping like flies.
We've got to cherish everything while you can. We don't have long with them.
We're only like 2 weeks in.
Fuck. Surely, is it on like the Wayback machine? Can we visit it through the power of the internet?
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't try and dig any further. I just saw like an error 404, and I was too busy crying to bother with anything else.
I've just Googled her because I thought maybe she's got a Twitter, maybe she's got some way to communicate. There's a fake Twitter account that just says, the description is, having a party, then pump it up with balloon creations by Babalooni. Awesome balloon animals and more twisted and more. The awesome balloon animals and more, no comma, twisted to the amazement of your guests. And there's 2 tweets. One is, hi Evelyn, it's Bobby Babalooni. And the other one is a video which is her jingle. That's it. And it's got 5 followers and no profile photo, so I don't think that's her.
Oh, man.
Well, at least we read it out. We read out most of it a couple of episodes ago. So it's been preserved in audio form, if nothing else. But, man, I miss Sponge Man and Red Spider Hero. And
Spider Bloke.
One of my favourites. Past week. Shit. That's so weird.
I'm sorry for opening everything on a down. I don't know how we'll move on from this, to be honest. I'm
desperately trying to find her. I'm trying to track her down. I've just searched Bobby Babalooni with the search results being the past week. Only 2 hits on Google. Oh. One of them is from funnyjunk.com under funny pictures, and the title is It's Fucking Working. And the description is added by Block Rocker at Bobby Babalooni. I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
There's a Bobby Babalooni who's a chef at McDonald's in Ipswich, apparently.
Well, that's what she's doing now because her website's been shut down.
I've got no portfolio.
she's a chef at McDonald's. Maybe she's doing an amazing thing with chicken nuggets and the fries.
Yeah, if you're having a party, just call Babalooni. She'll get you 20 nugs and
bring the nuggets to
fries.
you. Yeah.
It's a pretty good tilt, though. I'd take that. I think we could probably reconstruct the website, because I think through WhatsApp and Discord we've sent each other most of the screenshots from that website. That'll be my new project.
This is what you're going to be working on at like 3 a.m. and stuff. What was her website again?
Oh, it's like Babalooni World. Oh God, Babalooni.com.
Babalooni.com. Is it 2 B's in Babalooni or 1?
It's 1B.
1B. Okay, let's have a look. Wayback machine. Don't let us down.
Please. This is an important
website. we got a lot of hits. We've got lot of hits. Yeah. Some from the end of 2020. 7th of December. There's a snapshot. I'm loading it. is thinking about it. I wonder if it'll be able to sort of estimate or approximate Flash. Yeah, it's here. We got it.
Really? Oh,
fantastic.
Okay, well, we need to save this while we can.
So Wayback Machine has clearly implemented something that allows it to get around the fact that Flash isn't supported.
It doesn't work fundamentally because it says Adobe Flash Player is blocked, but it is there, sort of.
Error loading image. Twisted Creations. That's what we really want to still be around. Oh no, the image collection of the Twisted Creations does not load.
Oh fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, I fucking hate this year.
Wow, I never realised there was a guest book, actually.
Oh no, I didn't either.
What are her rates, too? I don't think we looked at those.
Oh my god.
Bobby was absolutely wonderful all the way leading up to the day of my twin daughter's birthday party. She's professional, kind, talented, and most importantly, the children and parents loved her and her beautiful balloon designs.
Aww.
Do you reckon she's still, like, active? You know, she's still working? Because this was all copyrighted in 2018, according to the website, and I don't know if she's, like, still doing balloon animals and stuff.
There's an email and a phone number there.
Oh my god.
What I'm wondering is because it's quite clear that we are sort of ironically big fans of her. You know, we love her. But if we were to, say, contact her and say, hey, would you do like a Zoom session for us and maybe do some balloon animals over Zoom, how much would that cost? Do you reckon she would see right through that and think, no, because these guys are just taking the piss out of my craft? Or do you reckon she would be in on it and think, actually, yeah, this would be really fun and I'll make some money off it at the same time?
I think that's a brilliant idea. I like to think she'd just be like, it's been horrible. This with COVID and everything. It's nice to have some work. Let's do a virtual balloon session.
Yeah. Could we get her on like a Vidiots stream or something and just have her make some balloon animals for us?
That sounds great. I really love this comment from September 26th, 2016. I love the balloons that Bobby, and then in brackets it says Babalooni, made at my daughter's birthday party. Her creations are so good and the kids just loved watching her make them. I can't wait to have another party and have Babalooni come to put smiles on the kids' faces again.
Gillian said, June 8th, 2012, my daughter's party is on Saturday, June 23rd at 2 p.m. and we would love to have you there. I hope that request went answered.
These are all from 20. There's only one from 2018 on this guest book. There are pages and pages, but they were largely recently from 2016. It looks like we could have just signed the guest book, like at any point, apart from the fact that apparently the capture version she was using was also shutting down.
I like the fact that her email is Babalooni1 at. Because one of the original Babalooni was already taken by, Bobbert Babalooni.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man.
Wow. Well, my day's ruined. Thanks, Michael.
Yeah, what a way to start the year. Jeez.
Nice one, Sun's crying.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podiots, the official Vidiots podcast. It's a conversational podcast where we take some questions from you at home and obey the law of the three Us, where everybody brings a thing along to talk about. I'm Ben.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Michael.
We made it to the new year, boys. We are here.
It's happening.
This is, 2018, 2019. This is year 4. We're coming into year 4 of Podiots now.
Really? Oh my god, never thought. Oh my god, that's a terrifying number.
It's not yet the it's not yet the 3rd anniversary of Podiots, but it is the 4th year.
And
if
the
that
4th
makes sense.
year of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what a time to be alive. Welcome to lockdown 3, everybody. We will be your chaperones through this weird continuation of a weird time.
But we cannot be held responsible for what happens to you if you shut yourself in your house for several weeks or months and listen to nothing but Podiots.
Yes.
Goodness knows what will come out of the other side.
Could be beautiful, could be awful. Who knows? Find out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so this is a sort of question and answer podcast. If you're tuning in for the first time, I feel like this is the first time I've ever done that, sort of giving a synopsis of what we actually do here. We talk about weird things we found on the internet, and we take some questions from people about bizarre and surreal things. And as I said, each of us brings one thing to the podcast to sort of show and tell and talk about each episode. If you wanted to support the strange and wonderful things that we do here every fortnight on Podiots, then you can do by going to streamlabs.com/Podiots donations. If you donate £3 or more, you get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the show and join Pod Squad. We're going to run through that now. Mikey has the first batch.
Damn right. We start with the wonderful, the beautiful Emily Oranges. Butterfield on a bell end. During dinner minge returns. Underwater fart. Gooey bug spittoon. Kermit, the Poggy Yoggy Yoggy. And the very generous Peter, you absolute legend.
Oh.
That song deserves all the donations. It was like having war flashbacks, but Christmassy. Particular shout out to Flat Arm, German robot lady, Wix. Sorry, that was a terrible one. Sorry, let me try it again.
Wix.
I haven't wixed all year. Sorry, I'm rusty. And BAFTA Nazis. It also made me think we need a second Vidiots Hunger Games.
Oh, we do. Well, thank you very much for the donation and the kind words.
And we continue with Stressed Fox 42, Prince Beefcakes. Go
on.
Brooks Existentialist.
Yeah, that's good.
Nailed it. Took 5 goes, but Chav Ramirez. Mr. Black, but in 2021. K. Dewey? Cy Jules Giller, £3 for fame. Emily Lemons and the generous Rye Moose, who says, "This is my first time donating and it's a long time overdue. Your content is consistently amazing and I've listened to all your podcasts over and over. Keep up the great work in 2021. Thank you very much."
The list continues with Tiny Peter, Big Penis. That was probably just me donating there. Redweth, Lord Brotovich, Specky Becky, Arseface, Stephen Scodes, Anakin Thigh Gawker, the very generous Willem de Evolving, who said, "Ahaha, yes, it was me all along. Not DPB," it says, but longtime fan and avid listener Andrew Stinson. As the new year begins, it's time for old Willem to draw to a close. If you would like to suggest a new celeb whose name I can torment you with, I'm open to suggestions. Well, thank you, Andrew, for all the Willem donations over the past year.
They were truly horrifying.
Right, we need someone who's not going to get scandaled or cancelled over the course of this year, ideally, don't we?
Yeah, cancel pending. Have to think.
Shit. Who we got? Someone...
I can carry on while you have a think, if you like.
Yeah, okay, go for it. We'll
the list
circle
continues with, "I just want Peter to say cunt." Okay. "Please scream Freddie Weber." Oh, I think they want me to scream it because it's in little hyphens. "Freddie Weber!"
Jesus.
Yuki the Pomeranian. Peter's Zoom parlor games, who was very generous and said, "Hello boys, long-time viewer and listener, and felt the need to donate for the years of free content. Love the content old and new. Always listening to the podcast and forever supporting you all in the future. Big love to Ben Botter, Peter Boston, and Beichel." Donna C07, extra 50s worth of vaccine. Mad sucker on my pedal cunt.
Oh my god.
Bot boy, Mr. Macca, and Bish Bash Hieronymus Bosch.
Nice.
How do we feel about recycling Keith Chegwin?
Yeah, Chegwin would be good.
Let's bring back Chegs.
We could go outside of that circle and maybe adopt one of the young actors that all the kids bring in some new listeners like Channing Tatum.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. Chris Pratt, he's big, isn't he?
Chris
Pratt, yeah.
Chris Pratt. Yeah.
Shit. There's got to be.
I like the idea of doing
ones.
Keith Chegwin, but after every pun name that they submit, in brackets, has to say R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Keith Chegwin.
Okay, there we go.
A hyphen, also known from Naked Jungle, and that's it at the end of every single one. The final batch of Pod Squad for this week is "What the Fuck's a Noob Sack?" Alan, please bring back memory cards. Big Titty Jesus 42. Jack without the C. Ben fucks a Samus mouse pad.
Oof.
Skips are best. Mikey is wrong. Richard slaps back. My Ben is hurt. Trans Rights, who was very generous and said wasn't able to donate for the Christmas episode, but still wanted to share my love with you lovely boys. Thank you for the hours of entertainment you provide, and I hope 2021 brings good things to you three. Thank you very much. And finally, we have. This is what it also says there, which is very confusing. Thank you, Trans Rights, for your generous donation.
Thank you.
Katiekin Solo, your vagina is adequate. White ass cracker jokes. Didn't get my last shout out. There was no additional information there, so I can only apologise. Rachel, the rogue 21st cheese omelette. Peter butchered my name. Please shout. This is another one. He's done it twice. Please shout Eddie Weber and Big Titty Jesus 42. And that's your Pod Squad for this week. Thank you so much. Remember, streamlabs.com/Podiots donation, £3 or more. Shout out at the beginning and the end of the show. Mikey's got questions for this week.
Yeah, would you like one from Duncan Wilson at DM Wilson73 on the Twitter?
Oh, I've got a Dunking Wilson right here.
DM my Wilson.
Deep inside.
Oh, yeah. Saw Beauty and the Beast on Christmas telly. So, if you'd been working in the castle at the time of the curse, what household object do you think you'd have been transformed into?
Oh, man, that's a great question.
What's the rule? Is it something that you interact with often? Like, I
can't remember the lore of that film. What was the lesson that was learned?
I was hoping you'd know that because I'd never seen it. So I assume it's just a random object. Wait, no, but I literally don't even know what the characters are.
I know there's a teapot, there's a candle, there's a clock. But I don't know if, the clock master got turned into the clock and the candle lighter.
Is the clock master a thing?
It's made up.
Okay.
But, the tea master got turned in, or mistress got turned into a teapot. I don't know if that's how it works or if it's just anything that happens to be in the castle.
Maybe it's just something they worked with a lot / cleaned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. What do you clean a lot in the house?
I'd get turned into my own bum.
The noises you make wouldn't be any different, would they?
Oh, got him.
As highbrow as ever.
It's really good, isn't it?
2021.
We're nailing it.
Absolutely nailing it.
Shit, I don't know, because everyone turned into really boring things. I don't feel like there's anything really funny that we could turn into if we don't bend the rules slightly.
I would just like to be somewhere.
Oh, that'd be good. You got a guillotine in your house?
Well, in the castle, maybe. Is it in our house? In our own houses?
No, you're right. If you'd been working in the castle at the time of the curse, I was about to say a Henry Hoover. Well, in which case...
yeah.
Sure, that doesn't exist there. God, okay, what do they have in a castle?
Henry Hoover looks like he's already... He's like someone who was working in the castle with a regular Hoover, and then the curse happened and he became Henry.
That's one of the many Henrys, kings of England there.
Yeah.
That was the second one, wasn't it?
There's a little king in every Henry.
Aww.
A royal suck.
Oh,
With 2 C's.
Suck.
Shit. So we're limiting ourselves to what would have been in the Beauty and the Beast castle, are we?
Yeah.
Period appropriate.
I wouldn't mind getting turned into Emma Watson.
Oh.
That'd be all right. A talented actress.
Yes, absolutely.
Someone who fights for rights and,
Well course corrected there.
Yeah.
Very honourable.
Would you carry on her traditions, or would you just put her on a path of naughtiness?
I'd certainly. I mean, I wouldn't stop saying, "Hey, everyone should have equal rights," but maybe I'd also start campaigning for a reboot of the Harry Potter movies and say I should still be cast in it as Hermione or as maybe a teacher or something, so that I can make even more money.
Hermione.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think you should also start campaigning beyond the honourable stuff, not for dishonourable stuff, but just a couple of really fucking weird things.
Just weird stuff, like
just really weird things.
I think they should do 5 chicken nuggets in a Happy Meal because
you know what's so weird? That is the exact same thing I was thinking.
That is weird.
That's one of the weirdest things that's ever happened.
Is that a sign that that's important then?
Maybe. I don't know.
I just thought, what's the most mundane thing? Yes, the number of McNuggets.
What the hell? That's really weird.
I think I want to become a suit of armor in the castle so that I can almost be like a parasitic host of whichever body gets into me.
Oh.
And I can use it to escape the castle, and like I'll just take the whoever stepped dead set into this suit of armor on a wild ride across England as they rip and tear through villages.
You'll just occasionally like open up the visor and their face will be inside saying, "Please help me. I can't get out of here.
I can't control myself. Stop him.
Eventually it'll just be a spooky skeleton. Spooky skeleton rattling around in your metal shell.
Yeah.
And that's where the enemies come from in Skyrim.
Oh, God, what a horrific horror spin-off of Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, dear.
Is the Beauty and the Beast based on something? It is, right? Yeah, it's a French fairy tale. I was going to say, I thought it was France that it was set in.
Oh, we're going for French items.
Yeah, well, no, not necessarily. I was just wondering generally where it was set. I don't know. I don't know what I would be in the house. I'm having a little difficulty.
Just what about a butter knife, and then you could be used to spread lovely hot warm butter on toast? Is that something you'd be into, or is
I don't know.
It's one of my life's aspirations. Yeah,
always be used to spread butter.
I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, you know what? There is some wordplay looking at this Wikipedia article. So Jerry Orbach played, of course, Lumiere, who is the kind-hearted but rebellious French-accented maitre d' of the Beast's castle, who has been transformed into a candelabra, which is sort of like a morbid play on his name, I'm assuming.
Oh, so he was called Lumiere before he became a candelabra?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I would probably be some kind of vase.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What would I be then? I'm trying to think what loosely sounds like my name. Maybe
Egg Beater Austin?
Maybe you'd be some kind of
I think it's
tin.
surname, isn't it, specifically?
Some kind of tin flagon.
A tin where you keep your arse. Maybe.
Yes, the arse tin.
The arse tin.
The arse, yes. But
it's like a metal thing where the toilet roll is kept. It's funny because I started out saying I'd turn into my own arse, and now here I am saying that I'd be a toilet roll holder.
Perfect. I think we smashed that one, didn't we?
Easy. Do another one.
Another one?
Go on, give us another one.
This one comes from Harvey Latham at Mr. Latham97 on Twitter. If you could ride an animal like a horse, but make them horse-sized, what animal would it be, and where would you ride it to? I'd make a cat horse-size, and give it catnip, so you know that cat's going to be mental, and I'd probably take it to Silverstone racetrack and do laps.
Whoa!
Jesus, what a journey! That cat is gonna kill you. I'm just gonna say
it. I like that you're taking it to a car racetrack and not a horse racetrack. I think that's great.
That's a good point. Might be the ultimate animal to ride. I'm going to try and avoid the obvious ferret. I don't think they'd be good to ride. They'd just spend most of their sleeping.
So long. If they were horse-sized, they would be really, really long, wouldn't they?
Oh my God, that should be like a limousine, wouldn't it?
It would. Everyone could get on the ferret.
I'd like to ride on the back of a very, very large horse-sized chimpanzee because it would be able to swing through trees while I was riding on its back. I guess it would just be like King Kong, except I'd be on its back instead of in its hand.
Yeah.
That'd be terrifying, but I love it. I'm here for it.
Prince Kong.
Kong.
I'd love a giant swan to get around.
Oh, wow, that's very fairy tale-y, isn't it?
Yeah, I just thought that, like, how royal would that be? Surely the Queen couldn't help but notice me at that point. Mikey's out and about riding like my giant swan.
That belongs to me.
And then there'd just be a massive battle for who owns the swans in England, and obviously I'd win with my massive swan, and it'd be a golden era for swans across England.
Swans rise up, am I right?
Yeah. Hashtag something. Didn't think of a hashtag before I said the word hashtag. That's just embarrassing.
Hashtag swans. So I'm thinking, again, I'm probably applying a bit too much logic to it, and I'm trying to think of an animal that could be trained sufficiently enough that it wouldn't just kill you when it was bigger. You know, cat, that's going to kill you. Chimpanzee, Peter, that thing's going to rip you in half.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You can't get that thing trained.
I'm there for the ride, that's all.
The very short ride.
Yeah.
Where your legs get ripped from the rest of your body. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking giant chicken. Now, is it a little inspired by a chocobo from Final Fantasy? Maybe. But I know that those bad boys can run fast, and girls really. Those bad girls can run fast. They can't really fly. They can sort of flutter a bit, which could provide a tactical advantage to get over, all the fences that I'm frequently climbing. And they're simple creatures. They're stupid, but they won't hurt you really.
Yeah.
They will lay food, big food, and
Big food. Yeah.
big
Oh
big
yeah,
old
man!
eggs.
Imagine the eggs.
And I just think I want to put a little saddle on a big chicken and ride it.
I like it. That's good.
I think that's a beautiful idea. I'm just googling chicken saddle.
Oh, you can get them because I've bought them for my aunt who owns chickens.
Of course, that's where
you just sort of strap it round, and then they run around, and they've got a little saddle on their back, and everyone who walks past goes, I wonder who that's for, who that sounds for.
Oh, that is amazing. I knew I'd heard it somewhere, and of course, I'm just going to add a chicken saddle to the thread. There we go.
Have you seen the chicken arms you can buy as well?
Yeah, the chicken arms are great.
They're doll arms with like a wire between them, and they sort of slot over the back of the chicken, and they run around with little... Stop clenching your fists. They run around with little fists.
That's going in the thread as well. That's beautiful. It's kind of terrifying because they look like little chubby baby arms.
Mm-hmm. They're like, what has God done?
Oh, what's God done? God's created masterpiece.
It's peak performance is what that is.
I'm just thinking, I would maybe quite like to have a fox-sized horse, and then I would ride on the back of the fox, and then I would hunt down fox hunters on it.
Ooh, that is poetic.
Yeah.
That's brilliant, yeah.
Such justice.
I like that. And they're essentially big cats as well, so they will just sort of like roll around with you on their back and crush you from time to time.
Yeah, it would definitely, again, it would eat me for sure, but that's okay.
You'd probably last longer than a chimp.
Yeah, probably a little longer. It would be a long, drawn-out death rather than being ripped in half immediately.
You'd be toyed with. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that's the way I want to go. All right, should we start with a thing?
Yes, why not?
Should.
Who would like to go first?
Well, I've got a thing.
Go
Thing
on, then.
right here.
Oh, I would love to hear your thing.
I'm a bit worried because there is a very good chance that you guys, that at least one of you, if not both of you, has brought this thing along if you have seen it. So,
Oh no! See, that puts the fear of God into me because I've had exactly the same thought.
Oh, God.
About mine.
No.
it's going to happen.
68 episodes has it finally happened.
Yeah, I've got an article here from The Guardian. Denmark launches children's TV show about man with giant penis.
Oh no! It is that one.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh no!
Oh, okay. So what have you got the Guardian article there?
No, I've got a different article. Have you watched an episode?
No, I did not dare.
Okay, so right, I've watched an episode. Maybe do you want to do the article and I'll talk about my first-hand experience with the penis show?
Okay, it's a back-to-back thing here.
Excellent.
For the first time ever.
Brilliant. Pretend I didn't say anything. Read the headline again.
Right. Denmark launches children's TV show about man with giant penis.
What?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Critics condemn idea of animated series about a man who cannot control his penis, but others have backed it. Well, this is according to Helen Russell at The Guardian. Here we go then. Okay. John Dillamond, I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced, has an extraordinary penis. So extraordinary, in fact, that it can perform rescue operations, etch murals, hoist a flag, and even...
steal ice cream from children.
No! No!
The Danish equivalent of the BBC, DR, has a new... that's... Okay, yeah, that's similar to the image that I've got, but not that. Wow, that's really something. He's playing... Okay, I won't even say what... It's the new animated series aimed at 4 to 8-year-olds about John Dillamond, the man with the world's longest penis who overcomes hardships and challenges with his record-breaking genitals. What a write-up this is. Unsurprisingly, the series has provoked debate about what good children's television should and should not contain. Since premiering on Saturday, opponents have condemned the idea of a man who cannot control his penis. Is this really the message we want to send to children while we are in the middle of a huge #MeToo wave? Wrote the Danish author Annelise Marstrand Jorgensen. The show comes just months after the TV presenter Sophie Linde kick-started Denmark's #MeToo movement. Christian Gros, an associate professor and gender researcher at Roskilde University, said he believed the programme's celebration of the power of male genitalia could only set equality back. It's perpetuating the standard idea of a patriarchal society and normalising locker room culture that has been used as to excuse a lot of bad behaviour from men. It's meant to be funny, so it's seen as harmless, but it's not. And we're teaching this to our kids.
Man.
I did find this myself, and I did watch a bit of the episode, and it's just amazing hearing this, like the severity of the tone, because essentially in the show, it's just an extra limb. It's not. It could be anything. It could be anything. I mean, obviously it's a penis because it's coming from between his legs, but still, it's just like an extra arm for the entire show that can stretch and wind and bend. And
yeah,
it's amazing hearing. It's gonna have ramifications on the rest of the world. John Dillerman's fake cartoon penis.
Yeah, I've skipped ahead a little bit from like various quotes of people saying this is terrible. Not that I'm saying it's not just absolutely insane, but there's a lot of that. But now it says, the show depicts a man who is impulsive and not always in control, who makes mistakes like kids do. But crucially, Dillerman always makes it right. He takes accountability for he takes responsibility for his actions. When a woman in the show tells him that he should keep his penis in his pants, for instance, he listens, which is nice. He is accountable, says Erla Heinesen Hoysted, a clinical psychologist. This is interesting. Hoysted conceded the timing was poor and that a show about bodies might have considered depicting difference and diversity beyond an oversized diller, which is Danish slang for penis, meaning Dillermand literally translates to penis man.
Wow.
But this is categorically not a show about sex, she said. To pretend it is projects adult ideas onto it. So there you go. That's it's the show.
It's complicated,
out.
Isn't it?
It is.
I mean, the premise isn't complicated. It's downright bizarre, but I do sort of echo those sentiments. It does seem like poor timing, and I do understand what these people are saying, but at the same time, you're right. It's not. He's not walking around and using his diller for sexual exploits at all. It's just sort of a naughty friend who gets him in trouble, like comedic trouble, not really heinous trouble.
Plus, it appears to be wrapped up in the material of his clothes. It's got like the same pattern on it, so it's not just a bare flesh penis.
You don't see the penis; you just see the shape of it.
Are we the baddies for sexualizing John's Dillerman?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know how I feel about DR's response. That's the BBC equivalent. They've responded to the latest criticism by saying that it could just as easily have made a programme about a woman with no control over her vagina.
Oh my God.
And that the most important thing is that children enjoyed John Dillerman. Sorry. God.
Oh God.
Oh, it's just very. I just imagine these TV shows don't happen overnight. This went through so many board meetings and tests and screenings, and it got to this point, which is kind of a miracle in itself.
Yeah, it is. It's something else. It is something else.
It's a genuine. I watched some of it, and it's genuinely really entertaining. It's a really charming show. It's so well made. The art style is beautiful.
Yeah,
it's just so weird that it's all juxtaposed with this long diller. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but it's unsurprising, I think, that Ben and I both saw this and decided, yes, Podiots.
Yeah.
With that being said, would you like to hear about the episode I watched?
Oh, yes, please.
Love to. I don't know why that image that I've just pasted in chat has come through like that when it was supposed to be like this. It just turned into a Guardian banner image.
That's weird. Yeah, that photo is actually relevant to the first episode, so I'm going to tell you all about that. So I actually want to thank Nathan Dean Brown for tweeting this to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have seen this otherwise. About John Dillerman, and this was a CNN article that he sent to me, and I was like, well, I feel like I've got to watch this. And there is an episode on YouTube. They might all be on there, but there's an episode on there, and it has English subtitles as well. And it's all very innocent. He just sort of gets into hijinks, but it's just, instead of like, his own clumsiness or mistakes that do it, it's sort of like a sentient Willy that gets him in trouble.
It's all very innocent. It's just a sentient Willy
getting him in trouble. And as Peter said, Dilla is apparently, according to France 24 News, a fairly innocent Danish word for penis. So it might even be like Willyman.
Willyman.
Oh my God, that's even better.
Wilson man. So based on my observation of this episode, it's only like 5 minutes. It's really it's got a very distinct style, and it's really pretty. It's sort of like stop motion with miniatures. It's a bit like Postman Pat, and it's not like Postman Pat. It's like Postman Pat in the way that it's animated and presented. And it appears that the Willy has just sort of has a mind of its own. It bribes dogs with sausages in the first episode and makes them chase a cat when John is just trying to walk the dogs, and the Willy just sort of gets him in trouble when he doesn't want it to do that. And it kind of acted, you know what it reminded me of? It was a bit like one of Dr. Octopus's arms from Spider-Man.
When he's trying to fight the suit.
Yeah, it's just completely independent, just an appendage that does whatever it wants. It has a mind of its own. So anyway, this first 5-minute episode, basically he's doing a barbecue, and he accidentally burns some sausages on the grill at the start, which is a nightmare, obviously, and he has to go and get some more sausages. His mum said he's got to go get more sausages. This is John Dillerman, the man with the big penis and the moustache who lives at home with his mum. Not to read too much into that, but that's just the situation he's living with. And so he goes there, and he's asked to walk a dog on the way there, and he walks the dog. Then his Willy gets him in trouble and makes the dog chase a cat, and so he then loses the dog. He goes back with the sausages. I may be getting things slightly confused. It was a very jam-packed episode. You'll have to forgive me. I wasn't expecting to have to go into this much detail because I thought I was going to read the article as well. But basically, something happens and he ends up having to walk everyone's dogs. And so he's walking everyone's dogs, and I think he's obviously holding all the leads with his giant Willy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the dogs escape, and he has to track the dogs down. And so eventually it leads to him being in the bed of a flatbed truck, which is driving along, and his Willy is squeaking a sausage, which for some reason is the sausages he's gone to go and buy. He squeaks the sausages with his Willy, and it attracts the dogs one by one. And one at a time, they catch up with the sausage that's being held by his sausage, and they bite the sausage. And it like does a close-up of his face, and he cries out in pain every time a dog bites his Willy. And he slowly lifts them onto the truck, and he does that like 6 times.
Oh no!
As he lifts all the dogs on. Anyway, he gets them all home, and I've got the translation of what he says. There's still that Peter's put up now on the feed, which is him sort of clenching. And his Willy is squeezing what looks like gasoline or kerosene or something onto the grill over his newly bought sausages. He says in Danish, "Oh no, you mustn't, Dilla," as it pours way too much gasoline on, which then subsequently blows up in his face and ruins that batch of sausages as well.
Oh.
So he is like in an abusive relationship with his own Dilla.
He's trapped. That's horrifying.
It's pretty scary, really.
It's quite upsetting.
Yeah,
it's
imagine
quite
if
upsetting.
that happened to you.
But that's episode 1 of Dillerman. John Dillerman, I should say. You should go on YouTube and Google it. Google it on YouTube. I suppose that makes sense, doesn't it? Search for it on YouTube. A lot of them have subs that you have to enable, but they are there in English, sort of wonkily translated. And oh no.
I'm just looking now. I can't find a single full episode. I don't know if they've all been taken down now.
Oh,
There's
maybe.
one episode that's in reverse that someone's clearly put up there so that it will get past some kind of filter. The intro is available, and there's lots of people reacting to clips that have been cut together of it, but I can no longer...
Oh yeah, these are all from the past 2 days, aren't they? Yeah, maybe they did like a big purge, because I watched it maybe Thursday or Wednesday.
Oh no.
Head to Daily Motion, I guess, or something instead.
Yeah.
When I read the Guardian article, there was actually a link like that took you directly to an episode. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I found it for you, so you can enjoy. This is from the official, like the actual website where they air it as well. Right. So this is an official link.
So they want people to go there and watch it.
You can just actually watch it there on their website. Okay.
There he is.
I'll put that in the thread just in case anyone. Should I put it in the thread?
Yes, chuck it in there. Yeah, because it's an official link. Yeah, so there's his intro. There's him getting his willy stuck to a bus and getting dragged along. He's dredging
it's an interesting style
a washing machine out of the river.
Because it is like, you can see that the models are made out of, kind of plasticine or clay or whatever. But I think they've actually animated it by taking stills, or some of the animation anyway has been taken like... they've taken images of individual limbs and then they just pivot those images of claymation model around certain points. It's kind of a blend of, like claymation, but also the kind of magazine cutout style animation you sometimes see where it's like bits of images all kind of pinned together and moving.
Yeah, it's a really unique combination of styles, isn't it? His eyes are completely separate.
It kind of feels like something you'd happen to come across at 3 a.m. on a weird channel.
Yeah.
Like some like 90s animated show that never really got picked up anywhere, so now they bought it for cheap, but except it's daytime children's TV. And there's a bit of me that just absolutely adores that.
You read this description and it sounds like it lives in the realm of like Happy Tree Friends or something. Like there's Happy Tree Friends about the adorable woodland creatures who brutally murder each other, and there's also the man with the penis he can't control.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds just like a creepypasta or something, but it's real kids' TV.
Yeah, God. I'm sending you now. There's a picture of him with the dog latching onto his Dilla, and here's his reaction each time. His his eyes, his eyelids twitch and stuff. It's horrible. It's so awful.
He just sort of scream and grunt, doesn't he? I'm watching it now.
Yeah, he's not happy about it at all. So there we are. That's John Dillerman in far more depth than I think either Peter or myself was expecting to talk about it today.
No, but, a double helping of Dilla there for everybody.
I hope people found it educational.
Yeah.
I for one loved it, so I think we should do every episode. We'll do a summary of another.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Dillerman.
This is the watch along. We should do a watch along Dillerman stream.
We should do a spin-off podcast or a stream. I'll just do episode reviews and audio commentaries.
I'll find out what radio is in Danish, and we can call it Dilla. We can call this episode Dilla Radio or something.
No, there we go. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much, both of you, for
You're welcome.
That deep dive on John's Dilla. Hopefully one day he's able to escape from its terrible, terrible reign.
Oh, it's also radio.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, there we go. Dilla Radio.
Dilla Radio. Yeah. There you go.
The Dilla Villa? Like the House of Dilla?
Yeah. I'll find out what house is. House? What's house? Hus.
What's house?
Dilla Hus.
Dilla Hus. Lovely. Perfect. It just sounds Geordie now.
Yeah,
Dilla Hus.
Dilla Hus. Hus.
Could we get Simon on and maybe just do like Dilla with Miller or something?
Dilla with Miller. Oh my God.
I'm Simon Dilla.
Guest commentary.
I have no control over my... No, actually, I don't want to get him in trouble.
All right, let's move on to a thing, shall we, before we meet to someone else. Nathaniel Barlam at Barlam Nathaniel on Twitter say, They said more than one thing. They say hindsight is 2020, but now it's 2021, so you have super hindsight. Are there any goals you had for last year that you didn't accomplish that you are intent on achieving this year? Obviously, we made Ben fast, but what slipped through the cracks? I mean, Ben, let's just talk about your resounding achievement in 2020 and just your fantastic improvement in speed in every aspect.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
We're proud of you.
Thank you.
You used to be able to have sexual intercourse over a period of 5 to 10 minutes. Now it's like 2 minutes. You know, you're a world record holder almost. I'm really impressed.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I've been training for a long time, and I couldn't have done it without, without either of you and all your encouragement. Because every week, I'd get a call from Peter just saying, "Hi Ben, are you fast yet?
Go fast."
And I'd be like, oh, shit, no. I mean, I am a little faster, but not enough to really feel proud of myself. And you would always just end the call by going, and then you'd hang up, and I'd be like, oh, I feel like I need to better myself now. So it was sort of like good cop, bad cop, because then Mikey would be like, hey, Ben, I'm really proud of you, dude. You're smashing it. And just between that's sort of the psychological abuse from both of you, I was able to really knuckle down and, get those sort of Olympic level results. And
it was a pre-planned pincer maneuver on the part of us two.
It was masterful. And now with hindsight being 2020, I can, while I was struggling at the time with the two very distinct approaches from both of you, I can see the results and see that it was worth it, and I'm stronger and faster for it. So thank you, both of you.
That's the thing. Like week by week, you don't really notice a change. It's a gradual improvement. But if you looked at January 2020 versus December 2020, my God, it's December. You're just a blur.
Yeah,
it is fantastic, and we're proud of you.
Thanks, man. Thank you, both of you.
I guess we can expand this into what we want to do this year with. Well, this is relying on the heavy assumption that we're allowed to go outside this year.
Yeah.
That's
true.
I'm
supposed to be getting married this year. Maybe that's
get Peter married there, 2021.
Really. Yeah.
Yes, please. Yeah. Let this happen. Let this happen.
So we need 3 headlines, do we, for this? So get Peter married 2021. That's Peter's slogan. Mikey, what's your slogan? What do you want?
Shower every day 2021.
Get Mikey clean 2021.
Yeah, there we go. Clean up Mikey's act.
You clean yet, Michael? Are you clean yet?
What about you, Ben?
I want to get slower, Peter.
Yeah, get slower. It's too fast now.
Too fast.
Yeah.
So make Ben slower 2021. I'm a national threat, a national security threat currently.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
Hopefully all of those things will come together on my wedding day. Michael will turn up smelling beautiful. I'll be at the front getting married, and Ben will turn up halfway through the ceremony.
I'll just not be there because I'm still on my way.
Yeah.
And we'll all shed a tear thinking he finally did it, that beautiful bastard.
Yeah, well done.
To be clear, I don't want to get too slow. I just want to get down to safe levels, human. I'm in superhuman levels currently, and I want to get down to regular human levels. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Quite frankly, right now, you're ridiculous. The Tesco shops are just, it's a nightmare. They have to open the shop, especially for you, so they can clean up the chaos you leave afterwards, and it's getting a bit much.
They have to clear the aisles. They have to just vacate, they have to evacuate the premises before I arrive in case... Have either of you watched The Boys?
No, I've not.
Okay.
I've watched Supermarket Sweep, if that's any
Right, imagine Supermarket Sweep. Imagine The Flash if he ran into a regular person.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that whenever I go to Tesco, and that's not. I'm tired of it now. There's a lot of legal issues with that.
6 killed in man's quest for tinned pineapples.
I need those pineapples.
I gotta get them pineapples. Would you like to hear my thing?
Yes, singers.
I thought we'd start 2021 on another fight. A big tournament.
It's tournament time.
Tournament time. It's a tournament of crisps.
Okay. So someone who donated didn't like your opinion on skips. Where's that come from?
So did we do crisps? Hold on, this has terrified me now. Did I do crisps?
I don't think we did we?
No, because I was writing these down. I was like, I've definitely not talked about this. Okay, we're just going to carry on. I'm just going to be confident in the fact that I didn't do crisps already.
Okay.
Okay.
So Skips is a thing. Apparently, lots of people like Skips. Do you like Skips?
I like Skips, yeah.
I like Skips, but I don't choose to eat them, though. I don't dislike them.
I've not had Skips for years, but I do like them.
I just remember getting them as a child, and it was always just the most disappointing thing, because it's barely a crisp. To me, crisp should have crunch, and I bought a bag of Skips the other day just to remind myself, do I actually hate crisps, or am I just misremembering? No, Skips suck, because on the packet they describe themselves as incredibly melty, and to me that's not a crisp, and it is literally, you put them in the mouth and they just dissolve, and there's no crunch, there's no satisfaction. It's terrible, and I want to see where they. Well, this was mainly just to find out where Skips lie in the pantheon of crisps.
Right.
But also, I'm curious, what is the ultimate crisp?
So a donator preempted your thing today.
Wait, which one was that?
Well, just the person who said about Skips.
Oh, of course. Well, this one's for you. You paid your £3, you get some Skips.
Yeah. Skips time. I imagine you with your vendetta against Skips is sort of like whenever you have them or whenever you had them. It was like that video where the raccoon tries to wash his candy floss.
Yeah.
And you put the Skip in your mouth and it's like, it's gone. It's just melted on my tongue. Where the hell is it?
What the hell? Yeah, actually, that's a brilliant way of putting it. It's just my day is ruined and my disappointment is immeasurable.
Have you boys ever had a communion wafer at church?
Yeah.
No, I was never lucky enough. What are they like?
Yeah, you went to Catholic school, didn't you, Ben? Yeah, like communion wafers are kind of like Skips, but even worse in that they don't taste of
They
prawn.
are bad
They taste
Skips.
of
The
flour.
body of Christ. Bad Skips.
Oh.
Yeah. The body of Christ.
I didn't include communion wafers on the list, but we can assume they'd be top tier.
If Tesco sold just small 30-gram bags of communion wafers to have with your packed lunch, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Just plain, or maybe they could do flavored. They could do like a prawn cocktail flavored body of Christ. That would be really good, delicious.
I'm saying, if they do that, if I can go to church and get a salt and vinegar body of Christ, I'd be more tempted to do it.
I would have much preferred if you went up to the altar to receive the Eucharist and the vicar just put a skip on your tongue.
He blesses you and just says, Skips. Walker Skips.
Skips.
Body of Christ. Walker Skips.
I just found you can buy communion wafers on Amazon, a box of 1,000 for £20.
That's too much. Who's manufacturing the body of Christ like that? Come on.
But a lot of people are buying it, apparently. There's 1,300 ratings.
Are they, do you think they're like consecrated ones or not? So, because it's just quote unquote bread, even though it's not. It's just a flat white disc. And then a priest has to like put the Holy Spirit in it, and then it becomes the body of Christ. So I wonder what Amazon is selling there. Are they claiming that it's been blessed by a priest and you can buy actual flesh of Jesus?
We're not going to talk about crisps for a minute. Mikey, would you mind sending me a link to that Amazon listing?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I think it's bless it yourself, isn't it? You bless it on arrival, because you don't want the blessing to expire in transit, because it could be sat in a warehouse.
DIY.
Yeah.
DIY.
I wanted to look at who's selling this by Broadman Press, who also sell communion bread pack of 500, communion cup filler, which is like, it looks like a sort of a hamster feeder, but it's got communion wine in it.
I've found an amazing review underneath. 5 stars. Yum, that's the biscuit of a carpenter. And then it says, my family used these Jesus biscuits to play eat 333 Jesus biscuits without drinking. Then we post the videos on YouTube. There are 3 of us, so we give the spare one to the cat. Obviously, we can't give him a whole Jesus biscuit at once, or he would choke on the dry and tasteless treat. So it's useful that the manufacturer, presumably God, has chosen to pre-score the Jesus biscuits so they can be easily quartered. How thoughtful.
Incredible.
Incredible.
This seller is very, very on brand. They sell... I think they're paperback books. Ancient Heroes, Esther, David and Leaders of Israel, Moses. You can buy a pastor baptism robe, a pleated baptism robe, gloves, hymnboard slide numbers you can also buy.
Just like church suppliers, I guess.
And a hymnboard. Yeah, there's all sorts. A lot of them are out of stock, though.
That's a shame.
5 stars. I can't believe it's not Jesus.
Oh, this is brilliant. I've never considered the fact to be like sellers on Amazon catered just solely towards your church boys, people who operate in churches. I don't know what they're called.
Church boys, yeah.
The church boys. I don't like the fact that the communion wafers have a publication date and an ISBN number.
Oh, an ISBN number? Oh,
Yes.
no. I mean, they do taste like paper, so, I mean, maybe they are just from a book and they've been sliced up. You can get square, gluten-free ones, look.
Oh, sick. There you go. Everyone's catered to. No one's left out of the flesh of Jesus.
Anyway, number one crisp, the body of Christ.
Body of Christ,
Very
number
excited.
one. Can't. I can't get the picture of a priest sliding a skip onto your tongue out of my head.
Skip.
Oh, dear.
It just makes me.
Right.
It makes me laugh. Makes me smile
That is
thinking
good,
about
that is good.
just a skip. Just there you go.
It's much better with the thought of the priest putting it on your tongue as well. Because
Yeah.
you have the choice, Mikey. You might not be aware of this. You
Oh.
can either put your hands out and they'll put it in your hand, which is what I used to do. Because I don't want no priest putting something on my tongue.
No.
That's
Yeah.
well gay, innit? That's proper gay. I'm joking, of course. But yeah, they can place it onto your tongue, which is very strange. I don't know why anyone ever opted to go for that option.
Yeah,
It's the holiest method, Peter.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to
unfiltered.
touch.
like a baby bird. Body of Christ.
Anyway, right. So we've decided that communion wafers are in fact number one, and nothing will ever beat them. But I guess this is the battle for second place.
Yeah.
So in front of me, I have got 16 varieties of crisp, and it's up to us to figure out which is the best. So a little bit of pretext. I've not gone for individual flavors because we'd be here all bloody day otherwise.
Right.
I've just kind of gone for the master crisps, so like Doritos, Walkers, etc. There's a few specialized crisps in there, but I think you're gonna have to look at the crisps on a whole, every flavor, and maybe there's some good flavors, maybe there's some bad flavors, but we're gonna have an overview of the crisps. Shall we start?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's do it.
We start with Doritos versus Space Raiders. Now, Space Raiders, I fear our American audience definitely don't know about.
Yeah.
They're essentially corn snacks in the shape of little alien heads, and they're usually found in garages, and they're extremely cheap. Sorry, garages, petrol stations.
Swimming pool vending machines is where you
Yes.
find
School
It's
discos.
it's like the ultimate discount snack, and I'm just going to say it. For me personally, I would choose a Space Raider over a Dorito every day of the week.
Fuck. I wish
It's
that
hard.
Space Raiders came in larger quantities because they are delicious and I love them very much. I'm also very partial to Doritos, though.
Oh, Ben, you can buy big packets of Space Raiders though.
Can you really?
you?
See,
Yeah.
I've never had the pleasure of a big packet of Space Raiders. They're
all
very
20
nice, but the thing is, I don't get them often enough because they are that sort of rare. They only exist in liminal spaces, really. You know, places where the lights don't work. That's where they sell Space Raiders.
Yeah, it's not good enough for Tesco, but they'll sell it in your local 24-hour corner shop, you know?
Yeah. But they do taste good there, especially like the main flavour, because all brands of crisps have a main flavour, even though it's
Yeah.
not always the same one, is the pickled onion ones, right? I would say.
I'm a big fan of the tang.
Oh, are you?
Oh, yeah. I want my tongue to burn.
Yeah. And they're really good. I don't know.
It's like it's not a crisp you grab and like put in your lunchbox or whatever, but it's for me it's like it's a desirable crisp. But I mean I will attest that Doritos are bloody wonderful and I'm a big fan of them. But I just for some reason in my heart exists only Space Raiders.
I mean, I just kind of feel like Doritos, they have such widespread appeal, and you know they're so famous and popular, and you can dip them if you want to dip them, or if you don't want to, you don't have to. Like me, I really like even just the plain ones, lightly salted. I really like the chili heatwave, like red ones.
Actually, I went in the shop the other day. There is like 50 different flavors of Doritos now. It is incredible the range they've got.
Yeah.
So it's no longer just Cool Original or all the other stuff. They've now got like lime and
Cheese.
guacamole. It's magic.
On balance, I think I'm just going to have to say Doritos. Call me a normie if you like.
No,
but-
it's very understandable.
And hey, I still love Space Raiders. And if I could like alter the heats in this tournament, I would like get Space Raiders further along, but still have Doritos win over it. But you know,
fair.
alas, I can't.
All right, Ben, it's up to you.
I mean, I'm currently looking at a £12.96 36 pack box of Space Raiders pickled onion flavor on Amazon, and remembering how amazing these crisps are.
Just looking at the packet, you can kind of taste it.
I can already taste it. I'm salivating a bit thinking about it. I love Doritos. I think they're delicious. I play video games. I'm contractually obliged to like Doritos. But I feel like Doritos doesn't need my help. They recently very sort of pompously, my brain is blanking on the correct word, sort of ran an advert where they didn't even say their own name. They were just like, you know what we are. They sort of showed like the shape of the crisp and like, we're that crisp that's so fucking good that you know what we are and we don't even need to tell you what we are.
You can look at a triangle and know it's
That's
us.
Doritos. So it's like part of me feels like I need to stand up for Space Raiders, and I'm going to do it.
Little man.
I'm fine with it. If you want to do that,
oh my god!
I'll get behind you. That's good with me.
Right, there we go. Space Raiders through.
Jesus Christ! Do you remember these? I've never eaten or seen one of these in the wild, but I've seen the packet before. Golden Wonder Transformer snack.
Oh my god, no! I've never seen that. What is that?
Wait, what? Really? Oh, Transformer snacks were a staple at my childhood corner shop. I used to get them all the time.
You get like a chassis, and then you put hoops on the chassis, and it's all made of crisp, and then you eat the entire car. But
I've never seen
them in real life.
They were magical. It's essentially a fancy toy version of Space Raiders.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I never had Golden Wonder.
Oh, Golden Wonder's a very good manufacturer. I think they only make one appearance on this list, but Golden Wonder it's a like Aldi level brand, but just Marks and Spencer level quality snack.
Did Golden Wonder make wheat crunchies?
Yes.
I love wheat crunchies. The smoky bacon wheat crunchies are like honestly one of my favorite crisps.
Oh man.
I'm very hungry now. I'm going to have to go out and get some crisps.
Yeah.
Right, the next round is Walkers, as in just every single Walker's crisp under the sun.
Right.
For the Americans and non-British people, that's Lay's. And Skips.
Oh. See, I like Skips, but they're not Walkers, are they?
No, they're not.
There's an inherent problem in this, and that I probably should have paired up the brands to brands and the individuals crisps to individual crisps, shouldn't
Maybe, yeah.
I'm now realising the flaw of my method.
Walkers would have been much harder to pick.
That's true. Shit. Oh, well, they're all written down on paper now. I can't undo it.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
These are the rules.
I think, honestly, to me, Skips are a fine crisp, but let down just by the melty, soggy nature of them. Because I like prawn cocktail. It's a nice flavour. I like a bit of tang, but they're just gone within seconds, and it's upsetting.
Mm-hmm. Thing with Skips is that I think they might do different flavours, but I can't think what they are. I think the only one I can think of is the prawn cocktail one, and that lets it down a bit.
Oh, let's have a quick search. I've never seen another flavour of Skips anywhere in shops.
I might be wrong, but
they do sizzling bacon and utterly cheesy.
Butterly blue.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, cheesy Skips doesn't sound nice at all.
It's essentially a what's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Or a quaver. It would be a quaver, really.
Oh, quaver, that's it. Yes, you're right.
Because that's very melty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's got to be Walkers over Skips. I do like prawn cocktail Skips, but, the
versatility of Walkers kind of comes through.
Yeah.
God, I don't know. I haven't had Skips for ages. Skips are nice, but yeah. I also haven't had Walkers for ages. I don't really eat crisps and haven't for a long time, but yeah. Yeah, probably Walkers, isn't it?
Yeah, Walkers is such a wide brand that it's hard to say no to. But will it beat the mighty Space Raiders? We'll find out later on.
Unstoppable.
Okay, welcome to the cheese zone, because it's What's-Its versus mini cheddars.
Oh no!
And I want to know where are the regular cheddars? I've never once seen just cheddars.
Yeah, where are
it's always
cheddars?
just mini cheddars.
I think you get them in like
Maxi
biscuit
cheddars.
selection packs for cheese.
Oh, is that what it is?
Probably. I have no idea.
Oh, all my life I've been wondering are they like, where's the regular cheddars? But
they have done before. They have done like, I think, share bag size mini cheddars that are bigger. I don't know if they actually changed the name of it, if they called it cheddars or Keith Cheddars.
I'm waiting for them to just do cheddar, and it's just one big sort of 30 centimeter disc.
It's like a cylinder. It's not even sliced up.
No.
It's just
3-inch thick.
No, you have to carve off your own cheddars.
But it comes with a handy cross in the middle for dividing it up.
I think Wotsits are good, but they're a bit of a mess. You know, you get powdery fingers, and I'm not. Some people really like having powdery fingers after crisps and licking them clean, but I don't like residue when I've had my crisps.
I feel like for me, mini cheddars are quite a decadent crisp because it is essentially a small cracker, which adds to the fun for me.
Yeah, that's why they're in such small packets, isn't it? I think Wotsits definitely has the more intense cheese flavour, and I feel like it's a nicer flavour is Wotsits, but Peter's right about the mess, and I'm a big fan of mini cheddars anyway, so I'm going to go mini cheddars.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to go mini cheddars as well. Well done, mini cheds. It's a resounding victory. Mini cheddars. Okay, this is a pretty unfair round. I know how this one's going to go. I just wrote these down in the order I wrote them down, and I didn't, because it's like 3 minutes before we start recording. I was like, oh shit, need to get down. Pringles versus vegetable crisps.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Thing is, I really like those
Peter
vegetable
does
crisps.
like his potpourri crisps.
I used to get them. Do you remember at Vidiots? I used to go out and buy them with my meal deal. I chose voluntarily to have the vegetable crisps over various other options.
Well, Peter, I'm with you. I'm a massive proponent of vegetable crisps. I think they're beautiful.
They're so nice, especially the beetroot ones, the purple ones. So good.
Yeah.
Parsnip.
Oh, yeah. Give me them sweet veg.
And actually, I think even putting aside the veggie crisps, I'm not just trying to defend veggie crisps here. I think Pringles are overrated, personally.
Absolutely. I'm in full agreement here.
I fucking love Pringles. I don't even like the traditionally popular flavours either. I like salt and vinegar Pringles.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like salt and vinegar Pringles, but it just kind of bothers me that they look like I know this happens to various other crisps too, but Pringles have more obviously been mashed up into liquid potato and then molded back together into Pringle shapes, whereas other crisps don't necessarily look like that's what's happened to them, even though it has actually happened to them too.
I swear to fucking God, if vegetable crisps win this round, I'm going to be so disappointed with you two.
I mean, you're currently 2 against 1. You could try and persuade us otherwise.
I don't think I can, though, can I?
Probably not. They taste so good.
I love Pringles. Pringles are just like the perfect snacking shape, and you get like yes, it's annoying to jam your hand into the slimy tube to pull them out.
Yeah.
And you get like a little stack of them, and you can just shove them in your mouth. They're very satisfying to crunch. They're sort of...
That is true.
They conform to the shape of your mouth, kinda, so that you can crunch it real good. You can make a hilarious duck mouth with it. What more do you want?
True.
What more? You can't do that with vegetable crisps, can you? Because they're all natural and weirdly shaped.
You're right about the duck mouth, but on the other hand, vegetable crisps, I would say, statistically, have way more folded crisps than a normal pack of, say, Walkers or anything else.
You get so many Wish crisps.
Yeah, I love the Wish crisps.
I heard that the vegetable crisps
layers.
are the number one cause of carbon emissions in the crisp industry. Have you thought about that?
Fuck the planet. I want my parsnip crisps.
Give me my green crisps.
I really want some veggie crisps now. I'm going to have to vote for them because it's the one out of all the crisps we've talked about so far, I want to eat them now the most.
I'm just in my head picturing my Pringles experience, and it usually does involve me eating half a tube in one sitting, but throughout the entire process just being upset and disappointed in myself because the flavour wasn't there, but I can't... You're right, once you pop, you can't stop.
Once you pop, I'm all right, actually, thanks.
I will demolish them if they're in front of me, but I don't think that's a vouch of confidence. What's that puff?
Tickle, pickle, puff melts. What are they? And what's that finger doing to the skip?
There's so much wrong with this crisp packet. I don't know how Michael posted it and didn't look at it properly.
I just saw tickle pickle. I thought it was kind of fun. Okay, I'll put this in the thread.
Underneath it says
I didn't notice puff melt.
Puff melt underneath. You can't say that.
The picture of the tickling, the pickle tickling going on there is absolutely disgusting.
Skips tickle. Hang on, let me see if I can get a full photo of just the pack, Mikey. The tickle pickle.
I can crop it down.
Yeah, you might have to actually. There's almost nothing on it.
God, it's cursed packaging. Okay, good. Right. I
like the fake
crisps.
ripples that they've added into the package.png there, where they sort of all lumpy.
Oh, God, look at this fucking... Hang on. I'm getting all sorts of weird crisp flavors. I know Walker's has done some weird shit over the years, but look at that one.
Oh, Builder's Breakfast was great, actually.
Crisps. It's just a full English. Why have they called it Does it taste like tea as well?
Oh, God. Oh.
Do you remember during...
Cajun Squirrel was good.
Yeah, Cajun Squirrel. I forgot about that. I don't think I ever tried it. But...
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I mean, it may have well just been called Cajun Spice because it doesn't taste of anything squirrely, but it's lovely.
Oh, God.
Do you remember during, I don't know if it was FA Cup or World Cup or, years ago now, like late 90s maybe, they did Salt and Lineker and Michael Owen.
Yeah, I remember Cheese and Owen and Salt and Lineker.
Oh, Cheese and Owen, sorry, not Michael Owen.
Michael
Owen. Michael Onion. Yeah. Cheese and Owen.
British culture. Vanilla?
Yeah, no, they were vanilla Monster Munch, apparently.
Ice cream?
Oh, they've turned the monster into an ice cream packet behind him.
He looks like Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Oh, God, no. Right, well, I'm saying that's a victory for Veg Crisp.
Yeah,
because
Veg Crisp.
fine. Sorry, Ben.
Apologise to the Once You Pop man.
That's great.
Uncle Moneybags.
Hula Hoops versus Mccoys.
So
They don't say man crisps
Hoops.
anymore, do they? They're not allowed.
No.
That's rude.
Woman crisps.
McCoy's ribbed for his pleasure. They're crinkle crisps.
They're possibly the nicest crisp to crunch through, I would
They
say.
are
It's a satisfying crisp.
fantastic. I'm a big salt and vinegar fan, as people may have
Yeah.
surmised from my flavour choices so far. And the salt and vinegar McCoys are so good with a sandwich.
They are. In a sandwich?
No,
Oh.
with a sandwich, like alongside
with
the
a sandwich.
Yeah.
People do have crisp sandwiches sometimes, and I don't get that at all.
Yeah, I've had a couple of crisp sandwiches
What?
in my time.
I think it's a horrible blend of texture. Soft bread and then a crunchy crisp inside. I don't like
I do
that.
like a crisp
No,
sandwich,
Peters.
but I don't do it anymore.
I haven't had one in a while, but like crisp sandwiches for like a good couple of years were just a staple of my diet, and it was the best time of my life.
Mike, have you ever heard of
Can't
bread
beat a-
sandwiches?
Yeah, bread
That's like
sarnies.
a northern thing,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, is that where it's normal bread on the outside and toast on the
Yeah,
inside,
and you salt
or
and
is it
pepper the
reversed?
toast, right? I've never had one, but I went
Yeah.
to uni with a guy from Sunderland, and he did it, and he was like, "Yeah, it's amazing."
called
And I
a
was like,
toast sandwich, really.
It can't be. Stop, stop it.
I'm glad the good people of Sunderland are creating such a good impression outside of the northeast.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What, you go for your tea there? bread sarnie?
just carbs on carbs on carbs.
Toast and bread, an extra 50's worth of toast.
At least he's seasoning it with salt and pepper.
Yeah,
though,
that's very
good.
classy.
I hula hoops. Actually, hula hoops are incredibly crunchy as well, but they also have the extra benefit of being jewelry if
Yeah,
you feel
can
like
hold your
it.
fingers. You can do like horse noises with your hula hoops. Yeah. And the thing is, the thing I love about hula hoops, and I've always wanted to start a Twitter account for this or an Instagram or something, is there's always one hula hoop in the packet that is an absolute abomination. Like, you can't even begin to work out how it came out like that. And there's always one in every packet. And I wanted to start a gallery, like, hula hoop of the week, like, worst looking hula hoop packet of the packet thing.
Oh, I love that.
And there's always one really, really, really thin one as well.
Yeah.
I think they do it on purpose.
There is.
Oh, dearie me.
No, sorry, carry on.
No, I was just going to say, McCoys generally have better flavour, but I
Yeah.
feel like hula hoops are a better overall experience.
Novelty.
Yeah.
I think I may vote against you guys again, because while I have had hula hoops since, and I think they're fine. I think they're just fine. And I have eaten hula hoops, and there is a very real risk of them splintering and stabbing the roof of your mouth because they're weird shapes. You know, when you bite through the hoop, you don't know which bit is going to go where. And also, when I was younger, I now know that I wrongly point the blame at hula hoops. But do you remember when they did mini hula hoops?
Yeah.
And you could buy a bucket of mini hula hoops.
A bucket of them. Yeah,
And
a barbecue bucket.
I got a packet for Christmas. I just had the ready salted ones. And it was the same time that I had a sort of stomach virus or something like that. And it was at Christmas. And I was really sick over Christmas. Like, I was in bed and vomiting as a child during Christmas. And I associated that with hula hoops, and I swore off them for the longest time. And I will eat them now, but I don't like hula hoops.
I would say, to me, hula hoops are convenient. I used to sometimes have them at lunch because they're small enough to fit inside a lunchbox without popping when you shut the lid. But in terms of best crisp, I wouldn't have Mccoys every day, but they were like a luxury crisp for me, and I would say Mccoys.
I'm going to go for the same reason. Mccoys, I think it's a better experience. You wouldn't go for them. You wouldn't grab them. You wouldn't be like, that's my go-to crisp. But when they're on offer, it's like, this is living. This is life.
Nice.
Mccoys. Discos, which is a perfectly round crisp in a variety of flavours, good crunch. And Frazzles, the bacon crisp.
Ooh. I've never had a disco in my life.
Have you not?
Used to get Frazzles now and then when we were little.
They're surprisingly very good crisp. They've got strong flavour, and it's just the fact that they are quite nearly perfectly round is a good novelty. But Frazzles, I'm a big fan of. They're kind of like, to me, what I would want a skip to be. The crunchy, nice, put some prawn cocktail flavour on that, I'd be happy.
It's not going to melt.
It's not going to melt, exactly. Fuck off with your melting. But I think Frazzles are my favourite.
I like Frazzles.
Yeah. Ben? I'm not a fan of the artificial bacon flavour. I will eat Frazzles, but I feel like, especially with this round, we're straying into territory where I don't have a lot of prior knowledge. Like Peter, I've never had a disco. I don't think I've ever had branded Frazzles. I grew up with Tesco value crisps Streakers. in my packed lunch, so I didn't have a lot of these branded crisps until either I was older and could buy them myself, or on special occasions like visiting friends' houses and stuff. But I never had disco crisps, so I don't really have a horse in this race.
I think one of the Frazzles spin-off crisps, like the sort of Aldi version or wherever, was called Rashers. Which is Rashers. Dave used to say when he was talking about bacon, have a couple of Rashers for breakfast.
Rest in peace, Dave.
Rest in peace, Dave. Yeah. I think all crunchy bacon flavour crisps are kind of the same, even the discount versions.
Right. Yeah.
But you're right that the flavour, it can get tiresome, but I think at least for the first good few handfuls, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. You're just shoveling these rashers into your face.
Yeah, I'd say Frazzles, but only because I've not had discos.
That's fair. Frazzles, you make it through.
Go Frazzles.
Right. We're almost there. We've got 2 left of the first round, and then we can smash through to the finale.
Cool.
Monster Munch and snackerjacks.
Monster Munch. Snackerjacks are just rice cakes with salt and vinegar on them. Don't like them.
I do like a snackerjack, but only when I'm feeling guilty about snacking and I want crisps.
And you want to jack.
If you want some vinegary air, the perfect snack.
Yeah, they don't fill you up at all. And Monster Munch, ironically, falls foul of exactly the same issues we discounted Wotsits for, in that they leave a mess everywhere, but they're so fucking delicious. Yeah,
Monster Munch. This is a tough one for me because I absolutely adore Monster Munch, but snackerjacks are my go-to like everyday crisp.
Right.
Like it'll be my snack.
Oh man.
But I do agree, Monster Munch are the superior crisp. And the last one of the first heat is onion rings versus twiglets.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Oh, Jesus.
It's tricky because twiglets are contentious. So twiglets are Marmite-covered twigs.
It's a tree.
They look exactly like twigs. And
I mean, literally,
everyone knows what onion rings are.
When Mr. Bean runs out of twiglets on his New Year's Eve party, he chops up a twig and dips it in Marmite and serves it to his friends. So that's actually what they are. I don't like Marmite. So I don't like twiglets. I think they look good. Well, they don't look good. They look like twigs, but they've got their own unique look to them. But then I suppose, onion rings, I know there's a few ring-shaped crisps, but not that many. So, I don't know. Twiglets, they look like twigs. They call them twiglets. It's fun.
It's fun.
That's what they've got going for them, as far as I'm concerned.
I've only recently got into the Marmite world. Like in the last year, I've started having it more. I never used to like it as a kid. And I think I had my mum gave it to me once, and I kind of discredited it for years. And I thought, let's give it another go. And I'm a big fan of Twiglets, but I do find that by the end of the pack, I would quite happily not eat Twiglets again for a month.
Yeah,
right.
Fortunately,
I've had enough of that.
It's only legally. You're only legally allowed to eat the Twiglets over Christmas and New Year's. That's the only time that you can. And you can also only eat them out of those big tins that they come in. Yeah! You're not allowed to buy the small. They sell small packets, but you're not allowed to buy them. It's illegal. You'll be arrested on the spot.
I did notice that in our Tesco, there was like the only crisp that was being sold in a tin was Twiglets. Yeah. It's I don't know what that says about them.
They're from the same family as mini cheddars, right? I think they're made by the same company.
Yes.
But, I love onion rings, the fast food. I really don't rate onion rings, the crisp, at all. And I am a big fan of Marmite, but Twiglets, as you say, you have some, and then you're like, right, I could easily not eat these for a long time. And that's why I think they're the perfect. Yeah. They're one of the only crisps. I think they're maybe the only crisp that's associated with a particular time of year. And then they just stay quiet, and the brand survives until Christmas comes again, and everyone goes out and buys the tins again. So it's Twiglets for me, even though I don't want to sit. They're very Moorish, but I don't want to sit there and eat them all day.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you want more, but your body is literally telling you to stop.
You're so
these weird sour
dehydrated
twigs.
now.
Yeah. I think onion rings can be so incredibly hit and miss. I haven't gone for a particular brand here because I think it's very much the supermarket makes your own brand one. That's the one you go for. I'm going to say Twiglets as well.
That's fine. I'm not exactly a defender of onion rings, but because I don't like Marmite, I can't vote for Twiglets, so I would vote for onion rings. But I've only had onion rings a couple of times, so fair enough.
Well, there we go. We got our first heat done. We're into some kind of final. I'll figure it out as I go. It's Space Raiders versus Walkers.
To me, it's just Walkers. I know, again, a bit of a normie answer because it's just the basic crisp here, but so many flavors, different varieties. You get baked ones.
I feel like I have been unfair to Walkers throughout this. Walkers are it's a good solid. It's like the nation's most favorite crisp for a reason. It is dependable. It's nice. They're consistent, and you're right. There is variety in there.
The Walker's baked ones I didn't even think about as part of the wider brand. They're one of my favourite crisps.
They're really good.
If I'm getting a meal deal, I
slightly
get those.
Less unhealthy as well.
They're really good. However, if someone pulled out like a packet of ready salted or even salt and vinegar Walkers and said, do you want a packet of Walkers or do you want a packet of Monster Munch? I go, go on, give me a Monster Munch. I'll have a Monster Munch.
That's the thing. They're very, very basic, very everyday, aren't they?
They're reliable and really good, but because I don't eat crisps that often, especially in sort of a traditional lunchtime capacity or whatever, I'm going to pick the more interesting crisp, I think.
That's a good test. Imagine someone's putting the two bags in front of you. Which one do you instinctively think, that's what I want right now?
That's true, but then on the other hand, I think so. I agree. I would probably actually get the Space Raiders. But on the other hand, if someone said to me, "We're getting rid of one of these forever," you'd never be able to buy these again, I'd get rid of the Space Raiders and just eat. Because I think the world would suffer without Walkers. So it's tricky.
I think I'm going to put my vote in for Walkers. So I feel like there is such a variety, and they are nice. They are nice. I think because we're just so used to them, they are such a prominent crisp that they've just blurred into nothingness.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Walkers.
Okay, I'm Walkers overall.
Oh, Ben, just obviously your vote at this point does not matter. No. But what would you
give me those alien boys?
Well, I do sincerely respect that.
Yeah, me too.
Mini cheddars versus vegetable crisps. Oh, that is a fun.
Mini cheddars.
Mini cheddars.
I don't know. I think on balance, mini cheddars as well, because you're right, Michael. They're a sort of regal crisp. They're quite, they're a real special luxury treat. Also, the one thing I should have said during the vegetable crisp debate is that they're actually not any healthier for you. I believe they
absolutely not.
Like way more oil goes into them than would for a potato crisp. So they don't have that over. You'd think they would at least be healthier, but they're not.
Well, it's nice to have something that's not potato based.
Yeah.
Well, goodbye veg. Hello mini cheddars. McCoys versus Frazzles.
Mccoys, easy.
McCoys. That's not a hard one. Monster Munch versus Twiglets.
Monster
Munch.
I agree wholeheartedly. Okay, semi-final time. Walkers versus mini cheddars.
Walkers.
Mini cheddars.
Mikey.
Oh, I don't think I've ever regretted eating a bag of mini cheddars.
Not a
test.
line I thought you would be saying when we started recording today.
There's many things today that I never thought I'd say, but that's definitely up there. I'm going to go mini cheddars.
The king.
I think this is almost a power move, just to fuck over Walkers and Gary Lineker. But I'm going to say mini cheddars.
Fucking Gary Lineker.
What a revelation.
What a twat. Take that, Gary.
Take that, you crisp man. Ugh. All right, McCoys and Monster Munch.
Oh, I still think McCoys. If someone offered me the choice of the two, I would have some salt and vinegar McCoys over Monster Munch.
No, I'd go for the Monster Munch every day of the week.
Man, I'm really split. I want both. Can I have both of them?
Not how fights work, Ben.
Some ridge cut Monster Munch, please.
Yeah. McCoys.
Ooh, okay. Mini cheddars versus McCoys, the final, the ultimate crisp.
McCoys.
Really? Yeah. Well, that's fine, I guess.
There's no debate. The last round was harder than this one.
Mini cheddars cannot win crisp of or second place to the body of Christ.
Yes.
Crisp of the year because of all time, because they're barely even crisps. I mean, I've allowed it up to this point, but they're not actually crisps if you think about it.
They're glorified coasters for mice.
Yeah.
They come in a bag and they're crunchy. I class that as a crisp.
Yeah, I like mini cheddars.
Fair enough,
I think we did pretty well there.
No, I'm happy they got that far, to be honest.
I have some honourable mentions, by the way. I'm just looking at a list of crisps just to remind myself. There's Tyrells. Or Tyrrells.
Oh, yes. They're very nice.
There's Kettle Chips.
Oh, Kettle. I was going to put them on there, but I decided against it. Kettle's a brilliant crisp.
Pombes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Pombes,
Wheat Crunchies.
Love them.
Scrolling. Scampi Fries is a brand.
Oh, Knickknacks were one I didn't want to put on.
Well,
I just
Quavers. Oh, what about Chipsticks?
I don't like Quavers.
Remember those?
Quavers are crap.
Quavers are weird.
Love Quavers. So what do you say there, Peter?
Chipsticks.
Yeah, that's the next one I was going to say. Chipsticks. They're
very
delicious.
salty.
They're really good. French fries, also from Walkers, though.
Never
not as
liked
good as
French
chipsticks.
fries.
No, they're not as good. You're right.
They're too long and too crunchy.
Knickknacks.
Yeah, too crunchy. I agree. Really crunchy.
Sensations.
Oh, yeah.
Popular one.
Yeah.
Walker's Squares is apparently one that people like.
Oh, yeah. Squares are nice.
And that's it. Those are the ones I've got
good.
written down here anyway. Wow, thank you,
Salt
Mike.
and shake.
That's all right. Next time you're in your local supermarket and if you've somehow not had McCoys, give them a try. They voted our crisp of the year.
Salt and vinegar ones especially.
I think that. Gee, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect that to take so long. I should have expected a heated discussion about crisps to be so in depth. But
no, it's fine. Well, we had two things in one before that, so we've still. I mean, looking at the runtime, we're only like a little bit longer than normal, which is
there we go. It all worked out.
Yeah.
Would you like one final question?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
From Andrew Stinson, Andrew Stinson 20 on Twitter. I think this is a fitting way to end the podcast. If you had to choose between a day-old Tesco pre-cooked rotisserie chicken or an old selection box where the chocolate doesn't taste quite right and is all crumbly as a hat for the rest of your life, which would you choose?
The curveball at the end there, I thought eating would be bad enough. That's a fucking hat, really?
I was all ready to say rotisserie chicken, but surely a selection box is going to be less.
It's not going to rot on your head.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming that the chicken stays in a permanent state of day-oldness for eternity.
It's still meat that animals are going to want.
Yes.
And it's still going to look sillier than having a selection box. I mean, a selection box isn't going to look normal, but it's not food, the box itself. It's just a hat.
And if you live long enough, it may come into fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Exactly, yeah.
The only time that the rotisserie chicken would look okay is around Christmas time when people wear those novelty turkey hats. sometimes.
And you'll get mauled by a bear or Peter's giant chimp before then anyway, because you're too delicious.
Or an alternate situation for the chicken. It could be a Mr. Bean cosplay.
Yeah, true.
It was a turkey, but... how horrifying is it? Sorry, I just sent a picture of it. It's so horrifying seeing Bean with a turkey on his head.
And it's like the beheaded end as well, just the hole in the neck where its head's come off. God. It's really horrible. That's the thing. If you had to have a chicken stuck to your head for your whole life, I would wear Mr. Bean's brown suit and red tie as well for my whole life, so people would at least think I was in costume.
Yeah, but yeah, I just think the seagull attacks alone would make life unbearable.
Be all over the mirror.
Also, as a vegetarian or a vegan, I don't think you'd like it very much, Mikey, having that.
No, it wouldn't be very nice, would it? Regardless of your stance on animals, I don't think it'd be a pleasant time.
I think if you had to wear it to bed at night with your vegan girlfriend, she probably wouldn't be very pleased either.
I'll take the slightly crumbly day-old chocolate. Whatever, that's fine.
Yeah, day-old chocolate. What, like fresh out the factory? Chocolate lasts for ages.
Yeah,
it would melt though in the summer.
I suppose it would, but it's presumably in the tub, right?
Yeah, maybe.
If you bend over to tie your laces, you just dunk a hot chocolate mess on the floor.
And in the same way that the chicken doesn't rot, maybe after the hot day, the chocolate reverts back to normal again in the morning.
Both of these are terrible fates, but one is far worse than the other.
Yeah, I agree.
So, chocolate box on the head.
Chocolate hat.
Thank you very much. And that's your questions for today.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Michael, for sourcing the questions, and everyone who asked questions this week. Of course, this podcast is fortnightly, so we'll be doing another episode in a couple of weeks' time. Keep an eye out on Twitter, where we will ask for your questions and also prompt you, if you wish to do so, to support us on the Pod Squad donations as well, which we'll get to in a second. Hey, did you know that you can go to store.yogscast.com and buy some Podiots merch, Michael?
You're absolutely bloody right. If you go to store.yogscast.com and navigate on over to the Vidiots section, you'll find an absolutely delightful
divisive
mix of maybe divisive, but definitely delightful mixture of merch. We got mugs, we got t-shirts, we got hoodies in these cold winter months. Nothing better than a Vidiots hoodie to warm you up. And if you put a note on the order, maybe ask for a box of Mccoys, maybe they'll throw them in. Ooh. Probably not, but it's worth a go, isn't it? But better than that, it's worth a go, exactly. Better than that, if you use code VIDIOTS at checkout, you will get 10% off absolutely bloody everything on the Yogscast store. So if you're feeling like you got some Christmas money in, you want to do a bit of a splurge, and you like some other Yogscast people, you can order it all in and get a hefty 10% off your order with code VIDIOTS. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Amazing. You can follow what we're up to on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, all.com/Vidiots. Video just went out on YouTube. I don't know if you guys got an email alert about the security breach. Someone managed to guess our login.
Yeah,
it's terrible. I've been trying to log in. I can get in, but the video just seems to be immovable. It's a permanent video.
For God's sake. Okay, we'll have to contact YouTube.
So whatever you do not go to the Vidiots YouTube channel and watch this video.
No, there's been a hack.
Definitely don't do that. Definitely don't do that on youtube.com/Vidiots official. We are also on twitch.tv/Vidiots official, where we stream from time to time. Now we're going to talk about streamlabs.com/Podiots donations, where if you donate £3 or more, you will get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the show and join Pod Squad. Mikey, who's your platoon?
We got order, attention, something else. Emily Oranges, Butterfield on a bell end, during dinner minge returns, underwater fart, gooey bug spittoon, Kermit the Poggy Oggy Oggy, the very generous Peter, you absolute legend, stressed fox 42, Prince Beefcakes, Brooks Existentialist, Chav Ramirez, Mr. Black, but in 2021. Sorry, I need to say it with the accent. Mr. Black, but in 2021. K. Dewey, Cy Jules Giller, £3 for fame, Emily Lemons, and the generous Rye Moose.
Also, Tiny Peter, Big Penis, Red Weth, Lord Brotovich, Specky Becky, Arseface, Stephen Scodes, Anakin Thigh Gawker, the very generous Willem de Evolving, I Just Want Peter to Say Cunt, Please Scream, Freddie Weber, Yuki the Pomeranian, Peter's Zoom Parlor Games, Donna C07, Extra 50's worth of vaccine, Mad Sucker on my pedal cunt. Jesus, did I read that one last time?
I think you reacted the same way as well.
Oh, okay. Boy, Mr. Macca, and Bish Bash Hieronymus Bosch.
What the fuck's a noob sack? Alan, please bring back Mamra card. Big Titty Jesus 42, Jack without the C, Ben fucks a Samus mousepad, Skips are best, Mikey is wrong. They're actually not the best though, are they? Richard we worked it out. Richard slaps back. My Ben is hurt. Trans rights, who was very generous, thank you very much. Katie Kin Solo, your vagina is adequate. White ass cracker jokes. Didn't get my last shout out. Rachel, the rogue 21st cheese omelette. Peter butchered my name. Please shout Freddie Weber and Big Titty Jesus 42. Thank you so much, everyone. That's your pod squad for this week. Once again, streamlabs.com/Podiots donations. £3 or more to get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the show. Michael, where can people find you?
At Parrot Boy on the Twitters. That's generally the best place to stay up to date with my happenings and my do's and my stuff. I also recently started streaming on Twitch on my own channel at Parrot Boy. So if you want to check in on whatever the hell happens there, go give me a cheeky follow. Thank you.
Fantastic. And Peter, where can people find you and I?
We are at that Peter Austin and at confused_dude on Twitter, but we're also at Team Triple Jump on Twitter and Team Triple Jump on YouTube, of course, and Twitch, where we're doing videos about video games. Video game videos. Rules Boss is over there sometimes, not very often at the moment, although he did appear over Christmas. Ooh, hello.
Ooh.
Worst Games Ever continues fortnightly, as it has done pretty much since Vidiots changed, so get over there if you've still not discovered Triple Jump. I don't know how you've done that listening to Podiots, but do it.
Absolutely. Do it. Finally, leave us an iTunes review or a review/rating on your platform of choice. It helps something to do with Al Gore's rhythms, and we will see you next time. Has anybody got a final question for the audience to answer?
What's the worst crisp?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do that. Let us know.
Bam.
Let us know in the comments. All right, we'll see you next time, everybody. Look after yourselves. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.